Good question. My goals were really just a lot more around expanding coaching and doing a very good job of coaching the DiscipleOn community. I hope I've done that.
Small with our channel. We've got a general one. We have a critical topics church-wide. We have a nurture stages in understanding. We have a random one, and then we have a shepherding one from last December's conference. But what that does is it allows us to go to these channels and post different comments or questions. Or what we can do is we can add a document from Word or a document from Dropbox. And Mike's got one right there from Workshop. But if we go to this critical topics church-wide, Christine had a question. And what we were able to do is everybody could answer her question. And because she wanted to help her do some stuff for a meeting that she had coming up. And so she was just asking questions for the participants. And so what people were able to do was go through and answer what her question was. And it was an easy way to communicate. And she could get those pop up on her app on her phone, or they would come up on her computer app or on the website as well. But it would give her just a brief what they were thinking about that. And so it's something very easy. You can see right here, Tim, and I'm not going to be able to pronounce his last name, so I'm not going to butcher it, but he was able to say, go to Mike's YouTube videos, and that would be a good starting point. So things like that is really easy to help out for all of us, because it just gives you something that says, okay, I've got this question about this. Let me go on here and ask the rest of the community what their thoughts are on it. And everybody can just contribute and help out each other. And it's a great way for us to communicate and stay in touch with each other and not have to have all the other junk from Facebook to go along with it. So we're really excited about it and think it's going to be very beneficial for everybody to use in this February to July session. So hope you'll join us.
Each other. So that there's a couple of points to it. One is that we are all practitioners, and we want to honor that we are all working on discipleship in our churches. That the quality of this is based on people's participation. So, we want to seek to attend all 5 gatherings, at least, or all 6 gatherings, at least 3 of the 5, and the webinar, the expert webinar. And that we will interact from a posture of humility. I've been on some of these before, and you get somebody who kind of wants us all to know how much they know. This is not designed that way. And I'm pleased that if people participating on it have had just a really, really good attitude towards each other. And while seeking to contribute openly, not to monopolize the catalytic gatherings. And lastly, what often is the case with electronic gatherings, since people haven't met each other, is sometimes on Facebook or other things, people can be sort of snotty to each other, and we really want to recognize that this is an electronic situation. That means that we need to seek to communicate in ways that build cohesion, and there's some more detail about that there. But that's a covenant that we use just for everybody's participation. I will maintain confidentiality as appropriate. And lastly, I will use the DiscipleOn resource vault to openly share and receive tools and resources. And a lot of us use that. We put documents up there. We take documents down from there. We give permission to each other. So that's really cool. Ken, I think you were going to talk a little bit about that, right?
Yeah. So I guess the question that anyone would ask is, am I going to get out of it what I hope to, and what makes this a good fit for me? So I think one of the first things, I guess a person who is highly collaborative, who wants to interact with other people, who likes to sharpen through conversation and through finding new resources and new ideas, a person who likes to collaborate would be a great fit for this kind of community. I think another big one was, are you feeling discontented with what's happening at your church? And if you're feeling like your discipleship model isn't working, or if you don't even have one, certainly this will be a great jumpstart to helping you develop some models or some ideas for how to get one started at your church. Or if you're down the road a little bit like we were and still feeling like something's not quite right and I need some help, this is a great place to get that. Another one is just simply the encouragement that we receive and are able to give to others. So it might be encouragement around one specific area of discipleship, or it might just be that I'm feeling really alone and I wish I could just interact with other people who are like-minded. So certainly for me, all of those have been true for us. I've actually shared this DiscipleOn time with one of our other staff members who was brand new and was really encouraged by it. And her name was Susie, and Susie and I would join the community each month. And she was extremely inspired by the interactions as a new staff member here at our church. So I think that will be true of anybody who joins this DiscipleOn community.